So guys, huge news on Andrew. Watch the whole video to understand. This is great news. Criminal Procedure Code replaces the measure of preventive detention ordered against the defendants Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Georgiana and Luana Radu criminal case in file number with the preventive measure of house arrest for a period of 30 days from the 31st to the 3rd until the 29th of the 4th. Tate brothers will be released. The two remain under house arrest. The Tate brothers will be released and placed under house arrest. The same measure will be ordered in the case of their two collaborators, Georgiana and Luana Radu. Andrew's good friend Rory even tweeted out saying, finally, house arrest granted. What a result. Guys, this is massive. The no news was good news. We waited all day for something to happen. Andrew knew this was happening. He was happy leaving court the last 2 days. And for everyone saying they'd have the full 180 days there, they are finally back at their house and they will finally be out of jail.
Tam Khan said, alhamdulillah, the Tate brothers given house arrest. Big step towards freedom. Finally something. Alhamdulillah, free the Tates. Andrew Tate's friend said house arrest granted. What a result. Finally, and even his mum had spoken out to his friend saying Tate's mother would like to send her thanks to everyone who has supported Andrew and Tristan and is grateful for everyone who had their back through all of this. Love her. Dylan, one of the guys running the real world courses, said Andrew and Tristan have been released into house arrest. From their family to them, they appreciate your support and continued positive momentum. So guys, an order from the appeals court in Bucharest said it rejects the proposal to extend the duration of preventive arrest measure, meaning they're going to be released, and it even says that it will be with immediate effect. The document concluded that it orders the immediate release of the defendants. A lot of people thinking it could be restrictions on him making content. I'm pretty sure it would just be restrictions on talking on certain things about this case.
The BBC reports controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate are to be moved from custody to house arrest with an immediate effect, the Romanian judge has ruled. This happened today, the 29th. The two associates, Georgiana and Luana, are also being released. All four have been ordered to stay in the buildings where they live unless they have judicial permission to leave, which means to me that they have permission to go online. The first live stream back of Andrew Tate is probably going to break all streaming numbers known to mankind at this point within our history. However, I do think that it would be smart for them to lay low, not go online at all, so that they do not further incriminate themselves. The brothers have been detained since December and are being investigated on allegations of rape, people trafficking, I've never heard that before, it's usually human trafficking, and forming an organized crime group. Both have denied any wrongdoing. Lawyers for Mr. Tate have argued that keeping him in preventative custody is unnecessarily harsh, while other judicial options such as house arrest are available. Yeah, fantastic argument, especially when there were not any charges filed. Leaked court documents seen by the BBC outline testimony from alleged victims claiming to be forced to earn 10,000 euros or 8,800 pounds a month on social media platforms under the alleged threat of physical violence. Court papers also describe deaths as being a form of psychological coercion. Since investigations began last April, 6 women have been identified by prosecutors as victims. However, no charges have been brought against the brothers or the two Romanian associates who were arrested alongside of them. In 2016, Mr. Tate, a former yada, yada, yada. So here's what I think about this. Absolutely ridiculous to me that they had him locked up for as long as what they did with no charges filed. I want you guys to just picture and imagine one day someone alleges things against you, or multiple people allege things against you, and they snatch you out your home with no recourse. That's the type of human rights violation that you cannot stand for as a people, that you can't stand for as a nation. And I don't care whether or not you agree with him or you disagree with him. We can all agree that's some bullshit. It's also proven to me that those up on high, if they have a bone to pick with you and they have the power, status, money, and the resources to be able to do so, they can get your life up. This should absolutely terrify you guys, but it also reminds me within our society today, there's always a form of submission dependent upon who you piss off. I mean, just think about it. Andrew Tate is not only a billionaire, but has the eyes and attention and being the most Googled man in the world at a certain point. So from a status perspective, he's at the top. But at the point of allegation and accusation, he had to submit to the courts. And after denied appeal, finally he gets out, and it'll be up to him whether or not he wants to be able to tell his story. But in the same junction, as I combat what has happened to him over the past 2 months, I still think that based off of his self-snitching, he has some explaining to do. These private course videos have implicated him to make him look guilty. And if him and his lawyers can figure out a way in order to cast doubt on what was demonstrated in those videos, or if he can prove that he was playing a character, then I would think it'd be extremely beneficial. But if he's found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt for the things that are alleged against him, then throw him up under the jail. Do I think that he's guilty? I don't think so. To be as smart as what Andrew Tate is, why would he thrust himself into the limelight knowing that he has a criminal organization that can easily be searched? Nor have him go on all of these different podcasts talking about his business and his business model. Seems extremely brazen for an extremely smart person. So we'll see how the situation plays out over the next 30 days. I think it's going to be very interesting if he does choose to go live and the things that he's going to be talking about. We've heard a lot of different stories about what's been going on in his time in jail. I mean, apparently he's been getting into prison fights. There's a whole bunch of fables, a whole bunch of stories. It'll be interesting to see what it is that actually happened during that time. I also heard that there was marches being planned. I believe one was in London, another one is in Miami. I do wonder if those marches are still going to happen because technically now he is free. Maybe they could just change it to free him completely and not just on house arrest. But yeah, that's why I'm gonna leave this video here today. Guys, drop me something down below. Do you think guilty, innocent? Do you think house arrest is still not fair? Should he be released out on bail? I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.